You're muted.
Now we're good. Sorry, guys. It's not my day. I'm just going to say it now. It's going to turn around right now, though. All right. Sorry for the delay in getting started. Had some technical issues, but we are going to kick things off with all things Emerald Chat. I already heard from Sarah while I was switching computers and getting things on. She's already halfway to Emerald, looking to get that one more to advance to Emerald. The rest of you who are on, if you want to drop it in the chat bar, just let me know where you are in your business. It's just helpful so that I have a good understanding of who I'm speaking with, who's on live. And then if there's any specific questions when we get to the end about how you can close out and get to your goals, by all means, we will be able to answer those as we go through as well. So feel free. Where did my chat bar go? Why is my chat bar? There we go. Anyone want to tell me where you're at? Are you Emerald? First time Emerald? Not Emerald? This is your first time you're even learning. You don't even know what Emerald is. Little background, these lunch and learn calls, I've been doing the first Monday or first Wednesday of every month. So you'll know now that as your team grows and you add new partners, these are always a call that you can invite them to join. The idea is that you don't have to master this topic on your own, that you're able to invite other people to bring along with you to understand and to grow, without you having to be the one that teaches them the Emerald, because I feel like that is that first step, is getting those first two partners. That's really what this call is geared towards, is getting those first two people signed up under you. So Katie, currently Emerald. Mackenzie, Emerald, trying to build my own downline and also build my spouse to Emerald. Awesome. Sarah, already Diamond, Lifetime 1-star, wanted to hop on for extra push. I like it. Need to get my hubby's account back to Emerald. Good deal. So they mentioned hubby, so we'll touch on that as we go throughout the call as well. My name is Megan Blinka. I just celebrated my 10-year coach anniversary, partner anniversary, whatever you want to call it, in the business. And it all starts 10 years ago, the same way that I would tell you to build your business today. And the very first step is getting your first two partners. And that was really what helped me launch my business. And that initial recognition and that boost of confidence, not only from my upline, but the company as well, was like, oh, well, this is really cool. I added two partners. I got this recognition. I'm just going to do it again and keep on going from there. So while it's all super exciting, I just want to say before we get started that your rank is not your worth. So we celebrate your ranks, we will recognize your ranks, but understand there's so much more to the business and what you're doing and the impact you're making beyond just the rank in and of itself. So we have this one rank advancement, this one recognition piece, but there's other ways that we measure success in this business. It can be as little as a message that you get from somebody that says, thank you for sharing whatever it was that you shared today, because that left an impact on me. It's those messages that we get from people who are following along. It's the Success Club numbers that are recognized that show the number of people we've onboarded or added to our team or our boot camps throughout the month. And of course, we have the rank advancements as well. So as you think about the rank side of things, to me, I look at Success Club as that's what you are doing as a person, like you as an individual, the numbers that you bring on, those Success Club points, super valuable, super important in the business. And that is how many people did you bring on each month? And if you want to continuously grow your business, you need to be continuously bringing on new partners and new customers. And that's what that Success Club recognition is. Our rank recognition is, what is your team doing? How are you duplicating what you've been doing on a customer and recruitment basis? And have you taught that to your team? Are they following in your footsteps? And are you building out that leadership level that comes along with building the other benefits of the business when it comes to our additional ways to earn income? So your Success Club points are more a reflection of what you as an individual are doing, and your rank advancements a reflection of what are the people who you're onboarding onto your team, how are they growing and duplicating, and that's what you see throughout the Emerald ranks and beyond. So like I said, advancing in rank means your team is growing. It is no longer just you out there doing this thing, talking about this business that you want to build. It's this is the team I'm building. And sometimes we have to speak it into belief before it actually happens. To talk about, who's coming on this train with me, who's going to be a part of whatever it is you're working towards. I don't know if you guys have all seen, like, a lot of the corporate members have shared the cruise picture. So there is the cruise that's coming up for leaders, and anyone on here can earn it. You have to be a lifetime 2-star diamond. literally that's a diamond's 12 people. So duplicating that would be somebody else duplicating it with 12 people and another person duplicating it with 12 people. So it's not this hundreds of people that would have to be onboarding into your organization to be able to earn that spot in the cruise. It is who is willing to put their head down and work towards that goal between now and July 31st. I just speak that out. July 31st is a deadline to qualify for that. But I've seen corporate sharing that cruise picture that Carl put up and saying, who's coming with me? You can take that same post that Carl put up or that any of the corporate reps have put up and share that cruise picture to your own stories or to your feed, or whatever it might be, and say, this is the goal that I'm working towards. It puts it out there that says, I'm not just doing this thing because I want to clog your social media feed with, workout selfies. I'm working towards a bigger mission. I'm working to build a team of other women who want to do this with me. Who wants to go on this cruise with me? And it kind of helps speak it into existence. Just little backstory. When I had started, I was in March of 2014. And that year, the Success Club trip was a cruise. I can still remember my upline going on the cruise that she had earned, and she made her cover photo on her Facebook picture or page, a picture of that cruise. And I watched her go on that cruise, and all I thought was, what would I give to be able to earn a trip through a company? I was already on board. I was already a partner. I was loving the programs and products. And the potential to earn a cruise was so motivating for me. You never know who on your feed, your friends list, is going to be motivated by the potential to earn a trip. And that is something else that we can leverage right now. So focus where you are now. And we're going to step into where you're going next, which in this case is adding 2 people, or in some of your cases, adding 1 more person to get to that rank advancement of Emerald, which would be reflected in your back office tomorrow. So to take a step back, when you get started, you're a partner. Every person who comes in starts in the exact same position as a partner. There's no downline built for you. There's nobody else that is added into your team. You have to add all of the partners who are going to contribute to your rank advancement to progress forward. So as a partner, your perks are you have your 20% discount, you get that 20% commission on products and 35% on your subscription, and you are likely contributing to your upline success. Maybe you are somebody who's helping them hold their Emerald rank. Maybe you're somebody who's helping your upline hold their Diamond rank. You're already contributing to the team. Getting to Emerald means you're now building your own team and your own downline below you. So while partner is simply you, as you sell products, get your discounts, get your commissions, getting to Emerald is you plus 2. You with 2 people enrolled underneath you as an active partner or as a preferred customer. And it shows here that there's you at the top and then a partner on each leg. Understand that we do have a binary compensation program where it is a right leg and a left leg. You have 2 sides to your business. And as you grow, that becomes, it's important to understand that now, but it makes more sense as you grow your team. Don't get hung up in the whole left leg, right leg, weak leg, strong leg talk that you might hear on more in-depth compensation calls, or maybe you've heard other people on the team talking about it. Understand that the first 2 partners that you sign up, they're automatically going to go left, right. Now, if you've been around for a while, maybe you've added some partners, but you've dropped rank, or those partners have quit, it may not automatically give you the partners, the right size that you need. So you would just look into your graphical genealogy in your back office. So log into your account, log into your online office, look at your downline, go to graphical genealogy, and you just want to make sure, or sponsorship drawdown, it would show left, right. You always want to keep them relatively even as you build from Emerald and above, and it becomes more strategic the bigger your team gets. But all you need to know for now is Emerald is you plus 2. It's putting a coach, a partner, on both your left leg and your right leg. As long as those partners remain active, you are an Emerald rank, and then you get the benefits of being an Emerald rank. So I mentioned that very first shout out that I received from my upline when I went Emerald. It was a shout out on social media. But at the time, I was a stay-at-home mom who didn't exactly get recognized for a whole lot of things. And that simple Facebook post meant the world to me. I was like, oh my gosh, like nobody else knows what Emerald means. Your people who aren't in this body world have no clue in the world. But it was the recognition. It was that reminder that I was building a team. They weren't working partners like me. Like a lot of you, my first two were my spouse and my sister. That was how I got started. It wasn't that they were going to go build the team too, but it was the foundation of the team that I was setting out to grow. And that was huge for me. So it's the recognition within the team, publicly on your social media. You get different rewards for rank advancing. Getting to Emerald is actually now that first step on our road to elite. The ladder, what is whatever, the road to elite. I can see the picture in the back office, but it gets you that business starter check mark, recognition mark for the first thing in road to elite. That wasn't a thing before, but if you get rank advanced to Emerald, you're hitting that very first benchmark. So from my standpoint, this always helps me see, okay, well, somebody's getting to Emerald, they're adding people to their team. They're not just enjoying their discount or, we're sending some links to friends and family. They're actually interested in growing their team. And it helps me know who are the people who want to build a business versus who are the people who just want to enjoy a discount and earn some commissions here and there. So you still have the same like discounts and everything as a partner or an Emerald or any rank. That stuff doesn't change. The commissions is still 20%. Your discount is still 20%. You still have all those same things, but now you have additional ways to earn. So it's not just commission based that partners earn. As an Emerald, you also have the team cycle bonus gets unlocked. And what that means is any partner, I showed you guys, you got left leg and right leg. Anyone who's contributing partner on your left leg, that volume will begin to build. And anyone who's a contributing partner on your right leg, all of their orders will begin to contribute to volume on that leg. And the volume that builds on each of those legs cycles as our team cycle bonus. And as an Emerald coach partner, I'll still say coach, but as an Emerald partner, it's $12 per cycle. Now, it's not going to be a jaw-dropping, life-changing amount when you rank advanced to Emerald. I'm just going to say it now. It's not going to be something that's going to change your world, but if you can understand the power of residual income, if you can look to the long-term potential of what it would be, because you're not going to just stop at Emerald. You're not just going to add 2 partners to your team. You're going to see this is the beginning. This is how it grows. This is how it builds. Once you add 2, then you add 2 more and you add 2 more. And as that over time grows, that cycle bonus can become a significant part of your income pending the depth of your own organization. So your business is now able to generate that team cycle bonus with the team volume. But then you also have that new tier that was added in this year, which is the group volume bonus. So that was new in 2024. And it's another way to reward partners who are just getting started. As that $12 per cycle starts to build, you're also earning a bonus for any partners that add. It started in December of 2023. And any partners that join your team, and it's your partners that you add and then the partners that they add, any new partners from all of the year, that contributes to your group volume bonus. So it's just another way to earn income. Things that aren't available at the partner rank become available once you begin building your team. So it's easy enough to say like, okay, cool. Like who doesn't want to have another option of income and another revenue stream? That's awesome. But how are you going to get there? So I listed out here just some of those common top things that come off the top of your head. I always say this is the dirt list. The people who would come and buy dirt from you if you were selling it because they already know, love, and trust you. So your spouse, your significant other, parents, siblings, family members, coworkers, friends, loyal customers, if you have any customers yet, who maybe have started but haven't made that transition into a partner or a PC, those can become really good people to help you get to Emerald. A new customer who might just love a discount. That was me. That's how I got signed up. And like I said, those who know, love, and trust you. So as you see this list, grab a piece of paper or note on your phone and start to think, who are the people who you could reach out to that could be those first 2 people that are going to help you get there. Like I mentioned, my spouse was one of mine. Those of you who had popped it into the chat when we first got started, a lot of you said that your spouse was one of yours as well. It's a business move. Obviously, everyone's situation is different. You never want to sign up a spouse who's not aware that they are signing up for the business, but it can become a really strategic business move because as I talked about, when you get to Emerald, you build the volume off of your partners. If your spouse is a partner of yours, any purchases that go through their account are going to add volume to them, but it also attributes volume to you. So it's like you're kind of like double dipping. It's like a little volume dump for your husband, a little volume dump for yourself or your spouse. Um, so it is a strategic move. You have to understand that it also is an investment, right? Like now you're not just paying the business service fee for yourself, you're also paying the business service fee for your husband. But if you can look at it as a long-term business strategy, the growth that can happen under that significant other account over time can really be significant. So spouse is always a common one for me. It was I would just keep my Shakeology on Home Direct under my business center. That's going to ensure that I'm still qualifying for the leads, that I'm qualifying for Success Club. But then everything else that we buy, which we buy a lot as a family between the beach bars and digestive health, and we go through 2 Power Greens every month and the beach bars, and then recover and too many energizes to count and hydrate, all of that volume can just all go through your significant other's account. And then it's keeping them active. You're active because your Shakeology is still going through you, but then all that volume can build and add to your cycle bonuses, assuming that you're Emerald as well. So that was the first thing. And then for me, it was my sister. I had reached out to my sister. My sister's active duty she retired from the Navy last year, but she was active duty military. And I remembered that she always said how the food on the ship was awful. She was deployed. She'd be out for 6 months, home for 12 to 18, out for 6 months. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she would highly benefit from Shakeology. And if you didn't know, we do ship to APO addresses. So if you have a US family member who's in the military, but they're on a base somewhere else in the world, they still have a US, basically a US affiliated post office, like a mailing address. They can become partners and they can get Shakeology shipped wherever they are. And I can promise you that nutrition would play incredibly beneficial for them. So that was mine. That was my sister was deployed. She ordered Shakeology. Yes, it takes a little bit longer to get there, but I can tell you that 10 years later, my sister is still signed up as a partner under me. She's still enjoying her Shakeology regularly, and she has never, ever taken on the business side of it. She's never touched a single workout in the Beachbody On Demand library, but she uses the nutrition. So I think sometimes we get kind of stuck that maybe our parents aren't going to want to do that, bar home workout we're doing, or maybe someone, like we think it has to be exactly what we're doing, which sometimes that's helpful. Sometimes it's easy to say, hey, like, let's do this together. But it can also be somebody who can just simply benefit from the products and programs that we have to offer in their own unique ways. So you might have to think outside the box a little bit. With my sister, it was a straight up ask. And I have some like examples of texts that I'll share with you guys. But my sister was straight up like, hey, I did this thing. I signed up to be a partner. I would love for you to be my first customer. Will you do this for me? So I asked her to support me in my new business adventure. I'm sure that if there are family or friends of yours that are starting a cookie baking business or starting a little boutique or whatever they're doing, they're going to ask for your support. They're probably not going to give away the clothes in their boutique or the cookies that they're selling, but they're going to want you to come and support them and then to share it with everyone else. We're doing the same thing here. So a lot of the people over the years have been partners that have signed up not because they're doing the exact thing I'm doing, but they want the discount on Shakeology. They want the nutrition program access, the meal planning access, like access to 2B and Ultimate Portion Fix without necessarily touching the fitness side of things. And then I want to just, reiterate the whole loyal customer or a customer that loves a discount. I do not believe I would be here today if I didn't know that I could get a discount on the products. Like I said, I was a stay-at-home mom, wasn't going to pay very much in that role, and getting Shakeology was a stretch for us. I loved it, which is why I wanted to continue it. But when I found out I could get a discount, I was like, oh, like that $10 savings, that's $10. So to me, that was what I needed to make the commitment to one more month of Shakeology. But once I did that, my upline added me into her team page because now I was signed up as a partner and I had access to this stuff, right? So she added me into her team page and I got really curious. So I wasn't somebody that expressed interest in the business. I wasn't somebody who said, "Oh, I'd love to learn more about what you do in your team page or what your new coach calls are all about." But once I got into that I already loved the boot camp, right? Like I was already like 1 month in, I was sold. This boot camp is amazing. So when she offered me the discount and I found out I could save, I was already happy about that. when I was added into her team page and I saw different calls that were happening, I started getting on them because I was curious. And as I soaked in the information, I realized this was a really incredible opportunity for me to share the things that I was doing and loving and earn an income from it. And I can promise you that right now in 2024, there are people on your friends list who need to earn another stream of income. They need it. They want it. They don't know where they're looking for it. They don't know exactly what that's going to be, but your offer to them to enroll, like if they're already loving the products, to check out. And again, don't even have to say you want to build a business like me. Get them signed up as a partner. They're saving money, which is a win. And now they have the opportunity to share it with other people. So hopefully that kind of helps jog your memory of some people who you could reach out to. I'll share a couple just little scripts with you as to what you could share and send to other people. Again, remember, these are just simple scripts. Adapt and make them your wording and your voice, use voice for that matter, as you reach out to people to invite them to learn more about it. So the first one, hey, Sarah, I know we talk about nutrition and workouts all the time. I know accountability was my missing piece. I got a body membership and joined a virtual boot camp. The accountability is exactly what I needed. Would you like to be accountability partners with me? So this is someone who you've already talked to about health and fitness, wellness things before. Like you've had those conversations. You weren't necessarily somebody who could help them in the past, and now you are. And you have an opportunity to say, would you like to do this with me? You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to pretend like you have all the tips and all the tricks and all the answers to their problems, but it's asking them, inviting them to come do it with you. I think that takes a little bit of the pressure off. Second one here, hey sis, I decided to go for it. I signed up as a body coach and I would love for you to be my first customer. We can keep each other accountable. And I would also like to have you as my first success story. Would you do that for me? So this is again, someone like your sister or a close friend where you're like, would you do this for me? Would you be my first success story? I did this thing. I think you're going to love it. Would you be willing to try it with me? These don't have to be, you're not asking them to be with you forever. You want them to try it. They're programs that they love. I remember a close friend of mine, she has ordered randomly throughout the years, but I had invited her once. I was pushing for a goal and I was like, hey, I know that you mentioned that if I ever needed some help, that you would be there to support me. These are some products I think you might like. I think I shared the 3-day refresh with her and recover. She's a runner. And I think the hydrate. I'm like, these are some things I think that really might go well with your routine. Would you be willing to try one of these out? It would really help me reach my goal. And she was like, absolutely. Did she continue it forever? No. Was she happy to buy a product that she's probably would have bought otherwise from somewhere else, but if she could do it in a way that would support me? Sure. And she would do it, anytime she's ordered, she might do it for 2 or 3 months and then she'll cancel it. And I'm no hard feelings, right? Like, again, we all change our minds, we change our preferences, we change the products that we're using, and that's okay. But people don't always realize what all we have to offer beyond Shakeology. So understand that if you can kind of think, what does this person need? What could they benefit from? You can look at it in such a different way. And then the last one, hey friend, I know we talked about getting into a workout routine and have been deciding about what program to do. I decided on a new lifting program with the hubs. I'm loving the progress I'm seeing in the results. I think you would like it too. Do you want to join a virtual boot camp with me? Heck, grab the hubs. We could do it all together. So maybe you're doing Dig Deeper. Maybe you and your spouse are doing Dig Deeper together. Maybe you're loving it. Maybe somebody else could use that accountability. You invite them to do it along with you. And you can do this for any type of thing. I also like beach bars if you've got like coming up on baseball season here. So if you've got an athlete that's coming, you've got spring sports season, when you've got your beach bars, take those to the baseball games. Those become great conversation starters, but it's also a way for you to say to someone like, hey, I know that you said you struggle with snack bar options for so-and-so. These are something that my son loves in between games when we're stuck at the field all day that doesn't have all the sugar and junk that he's going to get from the concession stand. Would you like to try a box? I can send you a link for it. I share referral things all the time for other things, right? Like, oh, I like this. I think you might like that. It's the same thing. So kind of look at it from that angle of how can we share these products we're loving with other people. And then once we get them in the door, I'll share with you just from a sign up standpoint and the wording. So obviously you're having conversations with people. You're talking to them about what you believe from our product library would be a match for them that's going to help them reach whatever goals that they have. suggesting the package that they're going to get signed up with right now, guys. We still have the free Energize. If you weren't aware, that was extended from last month. So there's still the free Energize option, and there's a free 3-day refresh happening right now. So like crazy value that can be added with these. I always go with a typical Shakeology Total Solution Pack or Shake and Hustle, but in this instance with the free Energize, I would go Shakeology Total Solution Pack. Gives them the body access for the year. If I'm talking to somebody who's not, if they just want nutrition, and like say they're talking, they want the Shakeology, I'm still gonna recommend the Total Solution Pack, because with that they're going to get the total or the Portion Fix and To Be Mindset nutrition. I want to give them everything because hopefully they'll want the fitness too, but I want to make sure that they have like the full package, and then obviously with that they have the other opportunities to get a free thing of Energize or a free 3-day refresh that doesn't come with just a Shakeology solo order. So I always kind of start there. If someone says, that's too expensive or I can't afford it, you can always kind of change things as you go. We have the $40 sign-up fee to become a partner that's waived if you buy a Total Solution Pack. If they're signing up as a PC, that $40 sign-up fee isn't applicable. There's no sign-up fee. They just have that $15.95 partner or PC monthly fee. So keep those two things in mind. Maybe they just wanted Beach Bars and Energize. You can still sign them up to get the discount, and then they'll just have that fee. So I always try to math it out to say like, it's still going to save you $10. It's still going to save you this, but you'll also get a discount on anything else that you order. So when I'm first signing somebody up for the first time, here's what I say. Awesome, I'm sending you the link now. You're going to be signing up as a partner, which saves you 20% on all future orders and makes you eligible to earn commissions through an affiliate link if any friends and family want to join us. I want to make sure you're getting the best deal moving forward. I'm excited to be on this journey together. If you don't want to save the 20% or have access to the commissionable link, I can send you the customer link. The sign up today is the same regardless. Again, I wouldn't be here if somebody didn't offer me the discount. So you never know who needs that extra $10 savings, that signing up. And I go partner if they're buying a Total Solution Pack and that $40 is going to be waived, because I want them to have the ability to share a link with friends and family who might want to join them. So I always go that route. If they aren't doing a Total Solution Pack and they're just doing Shakeology, or maybe they're doing Beach Bars and Hydrate and Energize or whatever it might be, I'm going to go the PC route because that $40 sign up fee isn't waived. You can also take that same example wording, and if you want to create 2 carts for them and send them the discount one and the customer one, you can do that as well. And then you would just say, I'm sending you, kind of the same thing as the beginning, but instead of saying if you don't want, I can send you the link. So you can say, if you don't want to save the 20%, here's the regular customer link. I'm not twisting anyone's arm. I get commission off every customer's order. So I'm happy to have those customers ordering for me, but I also know that I needed to save the money. I was more likely to order more products then too, knowing that I was saving 20%. Somebody's using a pre-workout and they can get Energize at 20% off, or go get whatever not so great quality from GNC, for example. If they're comparable, they're probably going to order Energize from you instead of going out to another place. If it's same thing with like probiotic, right? Like we have pro and prebiotics, and you don't have to start everyone off with all those things. But as you get to know your client, you can begin to share with them all the other products. And ideally, they're saving that money because they're signed up as a partner, they're signed up as a PC, they're going to get a 20% discount. And then, recommending our probiotic, recommending our Beach Bars at that discount rate, they become so much more appealing, and you're more likely to get more orders from them, more volume, and they're more likely to stick around because of the quality products they're getting at the price that they're getting. Does that all make sense? Any questions about that? Okay, so back office, just want to show you some just screenshots and just so you kind of know what you're looking for. When you go into the back office, it's now going to say projected rank. So I know some of you said you were one rank and it says, you're dropped to something else. When you log in, it's going to tell you whatever your projected rank is. So if thinking about it this way, even just beyond this week and today, every Wednesday is the Wednesdays are the end of our pay period. So they run Thursdays to Wednesdays. So you have from Thursday up until Wednesday at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in a different time zone, understand that. Up until 11:59 Eastern Standard Time, you have until to get your rank in, to get any new partners. Anyone added through the end of day today would go towards tomorrow's rank advancement. When you wake up tomorrow, your new rank advancement would be reflected. If somebody canceled, your new rank advancement would be reflected tomorrow. And you can see that when you log in on your homepage within the back office. So I mentioned to you guys, it's automatically going to go left, right when you log in. So when you look in under your reports and your downline, sponsorship drawdown, it's going to look a little something like this. And it'll say who's on your left and who's on your right leg. If you look at graphical genealogy, it's going to show you what I showed you at the beginning, where it has like a little guy here, that's you, and then a left leg and a right leg, and it's going to show any partners that are added on either side. So that's the graphical genealogy. This view here is sponsorship drawdown. It just helps you see who's active, who's inactive, what are their ranks underneath you, and it kind of gives you that snapshot. This is a vital thing to understand as you grow your team, because you don't want to get to Emerald and then lose rank. You want to understand, you can't control what somebody's doing or not doing, but you can control where your next partner is going to go. Oh, well, I see she's on my left leg, but she mentioned she's not really liking Shakeology, or she's, she needs to cancel it for a little while. I want to make sure I put a new partner on my left leg. This kind of helps you understand where you're at and gives you that visual as well. Preferred placement is how you would change it. So if you knew you needed to place a new coach on your left or right leg, you would go in through your back office under the preferred placement, click left or right. Don't mess with automatic and advanced. Again, your first two, you don't have to do anything at all. And I always look at my partners and check when I see somebody adds a new partner. I always go to look to make sure they're in the right place from a rank advancement standpoint. I can promise you that there's a lot of people who aren't going to do that, because it's not my responsibility. Like, you are your business owner, you should, but I just like to check. So I know that it can be confusing for a lot of people. So I do look. If you have questions, I promise you your upline can help, or your upline's upline if they're not aware, just to help you understand it. And the more you do it, the more you see it, the more sense it makes. I feel like the first time I heard all this information of left leg and right leg and emerald and diamond and trying to understand how it all worked, it was like a foreign language. And it should sound like that, because if you've never done it before, it is going to sound like a foreign language. But the more you do it and see it and just become familiar with what it looks like, it makes a lot more sense. So I already said that. Important thing, Thursday to Wednesday, you have the opportunity to lose it or gain it every single Thursday morning, and that will affect your income. So I've had people say like, oh, like, I'm Emerald, but I didn't get a cycle today. Well, if you were Emerald and it drops, the benefits that we talked about between partner and Emerald, those change as well too. So it's not just the recognition side that will that's impacted by it, but your income changes, because now like your commission's the same regardless, but you're only going to get paid those cycles if you are a paid Emerald, if you have those two active partners underneath you. So keep that in mind, that if you are Emerald and then somebody is canceling or might cancel, you want to make sure that you replace that and get them on the right side of the business, so that you don't lose out on any of that earned income either. So again, it's not about the rank, but it's your vision, and it's how these goals play into it. Do you see yourself cruising on that cruise ship later this fall? Do you see yourself building this team and going on a retreat and celebrating at Summit this summer? Think about that as you sit down to invite to your team, to make your posts on social media. What are you inviting into? What is the team that you want to build? What is the vision that you want to fulfill, and the people who you want to bring in to do it with you? And when you're inviting people, keep that in mind, because these are the people who hopefully you are celebrating with at Summit, and you are cruising with on a cruise ship, and that you are sitting with on Zooms and sharing and teaching and mentoring them along the way. So as you're inviting, have that clear vision of who's the person that you're inviting to. You have people in your circle that already know, love, and trust you. Ask them for their support. Ask them, say, hey, would you try this? You don't have to commit to it forever, but would you be my next success story? Would you be a testimony for me? Would you be willing to add Recover to your CrossFit routine? Would you be willing to drink Energize before your daily runs? Would you be willing to see how collagen helps your hair and nails? We have such an incredible library of products that if we use them in the right way, we can grow our business and grow our volume and grow our income so much greater than where we can with just simply selling products and earning the commissions on it as well. So your homework as we wind up today is to send your upline the list of people who you want to chat with. So we talked about spouse, significant other, your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends, your family, your aunts, your uncles, your current customer who's crushing it, all those people who you could reach out to and invite them to become a partner or PC today. Because ideally, you want to get those in by the end of the day, and you want to wake up tomorrow at that next rank. And then if you just think about every person who you see speaking on a national wake up call and achieving all these accolades, all they've done is they've gone Emerald time and time again. the basics of building a business and building a big successful downline, it's the same action. Adding two people, adding two people, adding two people. And that repetition over time and consistency grows into a massive organization. I'm going to stop my screen share. Those of you who are on, do you have any questions specifically about a situation you're in or need help navigating anything? I'm happy to answer those as well. No questions? No questions? Well, if you think of any, you can message me. I actually usually change it where it says Power Hour Host. My name is Megan Blinka. Happy to answer any questions you have. Two people, don't overcomplicate it. Don't make it seem like it's, this impossible task to do. You can add two people today, thinking through the people who you can shoot the text message to or go into your current boot camp and say, hey, would you be interested in whatever it is? Do this with me, get a discount, build a business, go on a cruise with me, whatever it might be. So if there's no questions, I'm going to end it. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Oh, question. Did you have a question, Sarah? You're muted.
Actually, I just remembered. Is there, I mean, I know this has always been this time for a while, but now with like Brendan's call always being the first Wednesday of the month at 12 o'clock as well, have you thought about seeing like, considering?
I haven't. I didn't even think of that because I honestly listened to almost all of his on playback. Yeah. So I didn't even like put the two and two together. Let me ask, because this was the first of this quarter. Let me ask, we have like a chat with all the Power Hour hosts. I'll see if there's, I, by all means, I don't care. I can change it to the second. Like, it doesn't matter. If we just said, I was like, we had just said, like, let's keep it that way. There's no confusion, because I think it was like last quarter or like the last quarter of 2023, we were doing like second and fourth, and this got confusing. So it was like, if we just always made it the first, then there was no question. So I don't care. I'll get their buy-in if we want to change it, if it matters, or just keep it. So, yeah, I'll let them know. All right, thanks. You are welcome. Any other questions? All righty. Well, thanks for getting on and giving me some time of your precious day. I will talk to you ladies later.